Welcome back to Keystone Hobbies. If you like our content, feel free to help support us over on patreon.com/Keystone Hobbies. Discord link will be in the description. Thank you, Nate, for being a patron member. I'm Greg.
I'm John and Bubbles.
I'm Tyler, and this is Malibu.
Oh, this is Karama.
Ooh, we all brought babies with us on the podcast today.
This is Bring Your Child to Work Day.
This is adopt looking for a loving home. Adopt this pet. Bubbles
Oh, no.
needs a loving home.
Only you are offering up your child.
Save Bubbles from her torment. Adopt this baby.
In the arms of an angel.
Fly away is the part that I care about. Bubbles, fly away.
How's
So how's
everyone-
everybody's week?
Wife was away yesterday. She was hanging out with her friend and her mom. So, it's just me and my babies yesterday. Greg and I got a lot of Dragon Ball The Breakers matches in last night.
Nice.
Yeah, we did.
Was that after the boxing match?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I ended up falling asleep during the boxing match.
Really?
Yeah, like maybe the second or third fight, I started dozing off and I was just sitting in my chair sleeping. And then I woke up near the end. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I guess Jake Paul won again. God damn it.
Yeah.
So, and then I just disconnected.
Yeah, just wait until he actually, like, the problem I have with this is, like, the fact that he's going up against retired fighters and he's not going against, like, current boxing fighters and he's not going against a current healthy MMA fighter.
Do you
Like, he's picking easy fights.
do you think he's skilled enough that he could fight against a real boxer?
I bet you that fucking 18-year-old last night would rock his shit.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
John, did you miss that fight?
It was a pretty quick knockout, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 31 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, that young guy just took that old head down. Weight, same height. Like, I know there's like a handicap for age, but like there's also some experience there I thought would come in handy. But I guess when somebody's turning the lights off, that's
Because, like, the problem is, like, I've gone up against, like, straight, like, boxers before, and they tell me not to use anything but my hands. Like, they just want to practice boxing. It gets difficult, but as soon as I tell them the next round, it's like, hey, now we're going to spar my way. I fucking wipe the floor with them. Because they don't know how to do takedown defenses. They don't know how to check kicks. They're not ready for head kicks. They're not ready for knees and elbows. Like, Jake Paul would not be ready for an MMA fight.
gotcha. That makes sense.
So the 18-year-old's name is Ashton Silva. He looks like the actor on Jessica Jones, who's the drug addict.
Oh, I never watched that series.
It's good.
But this dude's got a good fight record, don't he?
Yeah, he's 8-0,
Mhm.
and every single one of his fights, it's been a KO.
Yeah. See that
This
shit,
kid-
Jake Paul? That's a real
This
boxer.
this kid's a prodigy. And the thing is, he landed a left hook, and that's what ended the fight.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so funny
100%
that there was a little bit of drama with that fight because you know how there's like a commentator that will ask him before they go out, like, what are you expecting, blah blah blah. Well, apparently his opponent said something like he's 34 or something like that, significantly older than this 18-year-old. I don't want to say a kid; he'll beat my ass. But the anchor that was talking to him was like, your opponent said something about he's gonna big brother you, and immediately Ashton was just like, wait, did he really say that? And then the audio kind of cut off a little bit,
Yeah.
and then at the very end, he was declared the winner. They start doing like a quick interview, and they were like, did you realize it was going to be this short of a round? And he goes, after you told me what he said about me in the back, I knew it was going to be a quick game. Like,
Ooh, shit.
damn. Yeah, no, he's young prodigy, and I want to remember his name.
Yeah, hell. 8 fights at 18 years old. Props to him.
Oh, yeah, he's sky's the limit.
Like I told you, I only had 3 when I was 18. Like
Mm,
that's a lot of fights to get through in a year.
yeah, man.
Cool. An up and comer for sure.
What, a couple days before this fight, he just had his prom, I believe.
Yeah, they were saying something about that in the interview.
Yeah,
Hell, I had to skip mine. Mine was literally on fight night.
nice.
Oof.
No, it was worth it. Beat the shit out of that guy. I was like, go to prom or beat the shit out of someone.
Legally.
Legally, happily beat the shit out of somebody, and ended his MMA career.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I was 18 and he was almost 21, and he has not fought since.
nice. So you're a bully. Got it.
I try to be.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So
What about
yeah,
you, John?
I've had COVID, so
Ah,
pretty much just chilling around the house playing games. I've been doing a lot of Marvel Snap. That game's been a whole lot of fun. I just downloaded it maybe what Thursday, Friday ish. And yeah, I've been getting games in here and there, and the game. I like the progression system. I like that you level up your cards, like visual effects. It makes you actually feel like there's a purpose to the custom upgrades to your cards, because you end up unlocking more cards and you can keep building your collection further. So that part's been really fun with the game. Um, I feel like sometimes the game's a little bit too RNG reliant for some games. My general strategies that I've been using with it is uh, trying to take as much random out of my deck as possible because there's already so much in the map tiles
right.
that I don't really like using like the Guardians of the Galaxy that they have an on reveal if the opponent played a card on that location, then they get additional power. A lot of the times it's a 1 out of 3 chance. But I do like Gamora. She's the 5-drop one. Because usually later in the game, it's a lot more predictive as to where your opponent's going to play a card. But turn 1, 2, and 3 for Rocket, Groot, and Star Lord doesn't always feel good playing those cards. So I've stopped using those and focused more on just stable, good value cards. And that's
Yeah,
how I'm playing.
in my deck, I have Rocket, but that's the only Guardian character I have.
Gotcha. I've been using Quicksilver as my 1-drop. I feel like it's a huge advantage having a guaranteed 1-drop, and then you can just fill your deck with bomb 2 and 3 drops. And then I have a couple 4 and 5s.
So here's my question:
Yeah.
is that Quicksilver and Rocket have the same stats, except Rocket has the upside to get what, +2 or +3, something like that?
Yeah, you can get +2 on Rocket.
Yeah, I like Rocket a lot more than Quicksilver.
So Quicksilver is guaranteed in your hand. I don't need to run any 1-drops other than Quicksilver in my deck, and I'm guaranteed to draw him. That's why I like Quicksilver. He's consistent 100% of the time. He's my turn 1 play. And my 2-drops, I can have more 2-drops in my deck and more 3-drops that are just high impact cards and completely neglect the 1-drops because a lot of the 1-drops aren't that great, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I use Quicksilver until um, this is going to sound really rude, but until I started playing like a real competitive lineup. I think Quicksilver's fine, but he just is not to the level that a lot of the other 1-drops are.
I think as far as on board perspective, yeah, that's true. But I think he does a lot to make your deck more consistent in drawing a better curve for what you're looking for your deck for your preceding turns. So, well, granted, he's not the best turn 1 play. He's makes the deck super consistent. So I've been enjoying him, but I certainly understand trying to go the Rocket route and trying to guess which of the. Generally, they put it on 2 locations. Just guessing which location they're going to pit. You have a 50% chance to have them +5 or +2 power. So that doesn't seem so bad, but I don't know. I'm
What
still I still keep finding myself going back to Quicksilver once I realize that I end up losing higher impact cards later, higher impact plays.
you don't need to play Rocket turn one either. You can play them when you have more information too.
That's true, but then Quicksilver's
There's
better. You just play Quicksilver turn one. You don't think about it. You just play him.
so my problem with not so much the game, but something I've realized is a lot of times, like just the way my deck works is my favorite location is the middle. I have Medusa. I have Mr. Fantastic. So basically, every game, the middle board is getting filled up for me. That's just the way I like to play. And if I just throw out, say, like Quicksilver, he late game is just a wasted space that I could have used a better card.
So late, I think early game when you play Quicksilver, you put him in the third location to the far right. I think that's generally the play, unless the first location's better for some reason.
Hmm.
But I get what you're saying, where he's taking up space. All one drops take space though, so I mean, I get what you're saying. I just don't think it's that. I think it's better to have a constant turn one play than and to build your deck around that than to not. But I can see it both ways.
Hmm.
But
But
yeah,
yeah, I've been playing some Dokkan too.
Good to have you back, buddy.
Well, I said I quit before, but my version of quitting is just logging on, collecting the rewards, and then closing the app.
Yeah.
And I did that up until they released Gamma 1 and 2. I pulled, or I did 3 summons and got the Blue Rift and got both of them. So,
oh shit.
yep, yep.
I guess winning like that makes you really pulls you back into a game. It's almost like they plan it that way.
I've
I was,
played the game for so long. I have only ever gotten the Goku Black Rift once.
oh, wow.
One time.
I've gotten it multiple.
I've only ever gotten that Rift once, and that was when the LR UI sign Goku came out, like a year and a half ago.
Mm,
But I made out fucking fantastic on that banner. And I know
did
you
you?
did too. Yeah, yeah, because I got the Zeno animation for Gamma 1, and then the Whis animation for Gamma 2. Only had to do 3 summons. I'll call it a good day.
Yeah.
Better than our other host, who's not here today.
Sorry,
Who
Taylor. You deserve that shit.
Ooh shit. Did Taylor get
You
over,
fucked?
deserve that shit. Yeah.
over 800 stones later.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I cracked one just because I still have the game installed and I do kind of Greg's thing. I'm a little less frequent with it though. I'll hop on like three, 4 times a week and just do a couple things and then log off of it. So I'm like a soft quit right now in that game, but I figured I'll pull for this banner, see how I do, and nope, didn't get anything. So I'm like, I'm just gonna continue with this soft quit until I crack something good that I want to work on.
There you go. Well,
Yeah.
we got some good banners coming up. Actually, this coming week, I think Vegeta and Trunks is coming out.
Yeah.
I think they're coming out on the 3rd.
I have a little over 200 stones for that.
I still have to go through the discount stones. I think there's like 4 of them. I'll probably only going to grab one, but that would put me up to about 550.
Ooh.
So, yeah, well, I didn't spend a whole lot, and I didn't do the spooky banner. I wasn't going to touch that one.
I did it once just for the discount, but and I made out. I got AGL cell, so
Yeah,
Greg,
that's
never punished.
not even bad.
never. No, I get punished.
Never
a lot.
punished, Greg.
No, you made out go. You got lucky. Like it's such a tempting banner. It's honestly a really good banner, and they know it is. I'm
Hmm.
like, I'm just not going to do it because there's so much more good things that are coming around.
I would love to get dupes on Gamma 1 and 2, but nope. I'm just gonna. I did what I had to do, and now I'm leaving it alone.
As you should. I mean, they got a dupe on Gamma too,
So
so
good.
Pretty good.
I was like, holy shit. But I was when you run them together and get a Gamma support, leader. I had my game of one all the way maxed out, and he was doing like 7.2 mil. And then I posted in the Discord, he got that crit for 13 mil.
Oh, I think I have a screenshot. I don't think I posted it, but I was trying to do some Cell Max last night,
Yeah.
and my friend unit Gamma 1 had, I think, 2 or 3 dupes in them and smacked the physical Cell Max for 20 mil.
It's a lot of damage.
Oh,
Them are some big numbers.
Some big fucking numbers.
dude. He fucking, like, he wipes the floor with
And he's the
STR.
tank.
Yeah, he's better than STR Cooler. Some people are saying he's better than Vegeta and Trunks. It's like this Gamma 1, once you get him all smacked up, he's a god.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was worth doing like the pulls for. I'm glad I got him. In a couple more days, it's gonna be November, guys.
We are almost there.
Yep.
Oh my god. I don't know where the hell the time has gone. I mean, most of our time this year was prepping up for a wedding, so I guess that's why everything just went so goddamn fast.
It's a
Yep.
fast year, and years
You're-
get faster the longer you go. They just keep on winding.
Yeah,
But-
John just celebrated John and Laura's 10th anniversary, right?
Yep, 10th anniversary. We've made it this far. I think we're gonna stick it through. You know, I don't think I'm gonna trade her in. So
Well, 10 more years and you can retire, right?
you know, I never thought about it that way, but that's really good logic. I'm gonna bring that up to Laura and see what she says.
Yeah, please do.
Quote: Greg said.
Oh, no.
Yeah, yeah.
Throw
Yeah.
him under the bus.
I'm gonna get a text. Well, Laura threw me out.
Greg, do you have any room? Laura threw me out.
You know I do.
She threw me out with Bubbles, though, Greg. I have to bring Bubbles with me.
You can leave Bubbles outside.
Like, on second thought, John, I don't think there's any room here. We have stuff in the room, and
Karama's getting a new room.
Karama's getting a new room. I mean, we could stick Bubbles in the basement. I mean, unless one of our viewers wants to take ownership of Bubbles, but you know,
Maybe Nate wants a new cat.
Nate,
Mm.
free cat.
Patreon exclusive. We're giving away pets now. You can have Bubbles.
Sarah McLaughlin's gonna kick our ass.
Peter's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, yeah. So good stuff. Yeah, we had that, and we had that boxing match. Been playing some Snap. Also been playing some Breakers.
Oh yeah, I love me some breakers.
Yep.
Dude, I'm so glad. If AJ ever listens to this stuff, shout out to my little bro to hooking me up and getting me a PC.
Your brother's the fucking goat. Good dude right there.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very good brother. He's a very good kid. I don't even know like how we even started the conversation, but he's like, I'm looking at this stuff right now. He's like, I think I'm just gonna get me a new PC if you want to buy this one off of me. I'm like, sure, dude. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
why not? I mean, it's a nice looking PC. Like it's all fancy wancy and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it looks a lot like mine.
Got the keyboard. He got me a mouse and everything. Like,
What a nerd.
It's a good kind of nerd to have.
Mm-hmm.
but like he hooked me up good. Like I love it, and it allows me to download Breakers so I can play with my bros. So
Yeah, you're able to play with everybody on Breakers. Now, are you still using your Xbox for Dead by Daylight at this point, or have you switched over there too?
until I can get my account onto the PC, because there's no way in hell I'm starting over.
Not starting from scratch. Got it. Makes sense.
That- I have so much time into that because like I've been playing Dead by Daylight for probably 5 years. And I'm not starting all that over. That'd be like if Dokkan or Legends crashed on me. That's it. That's the end.
There's no going back. No, I get it. I get it.
It's just too much time and effort. I don't want to hit that hard reset.
Well, see, Dead by Daylight I could see because anytime one of us plays, it's usually in customs,
Yeah.
and you don't need progress anyway. But I understand.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
I guess for customs it doesn't matter, but yeah,
Right.
for survive with friends or just solo play.
it's only recently that we have more custom games now because we got one of our wives on here, Greg. Congratulations on doing that. And
And you know what? I wish I could take credit. Like, yeah, I put in so many hours to get this. No, it really only took her watching a couple of our games, and she was hooked. She wanted to play on her own
Greg
rig.
only
You
had
know.
himself one toe for her to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, Laura's looking into playing. She doesn't feel comfortable with the controls. She plays a lot of like the auto chess and like strategy games. She's not really used to the first person perspective and playing video games like that. So she's definitely coming into this game with a handicap. So she's not super comfortable playing with everybody yet, but I think she's close to getting there.
Well, as
Yeah.
long as we don't have a certain somebody that constantly beats our ass in Dead by Daylight, she'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah. The AJ matches, we need to have like everybody focused and laser sharp.
No,
Well,
AJ is such a toxic player. Like, God, I love him to death. But man, like he's so good because like he works third shift, so his nights off, like that's it. He's on there for like 8 hours.
Yep. Just playing sweaty and taking everyone down.
But it's like like as soon as you see him, it's like I'm not going to you. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we'll move on to the next.
but playing with AJ will make you better, though.
He will like he really tests you.
it's
Like
true. It's true.
he's
Yeah,
he's a flashlight noob. Plus he has dead hard.
yep.
He knows how to play the game. He's done so many of the maps. Like I swear he knows where all the pallets are without using the perk.
He said a lot of that was from watching content creators, which I think he's underselling that a little bit in his skill
Yeah.
because uh, I started watching content creators and yeah, it helps a little bit, but you still actually have to press the buttons and do the thing and it's
It
not as easy as it looks when you're watching it being streamed on Twitch or, on YouTube videos, whatnot.
Yeah, well, we told him the other night to be a different killer, be someone who you haven't like whooped us with. So he goes and beats Michael Myers, which gave me a heart attack. Like it's been a while. Like Greg gives me jump scares like beyond belief with Ghostface.
Yeah.
But Michael Myers, when AJ was playing him, just made my chest hurt.
I'm having a stroke. I smell toast.
I was about there, but like he crushed us with a character that he never played. So I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
haven't used this guy. We'll try him.
That's
Just
pretty
wipe
good.
it forward.
Mhm.
He's a very good PC player.
I just wish that EAC will knock it off so he can play Breakers with us.
Well, hopefully, we should be hearing some good news about him getting into this apartment. So,
Oh, nice.
um, once he gets into there, I'm sure he'll be good and ready for like good internet finally.
I bet you he's waiting for it.
Oh, like you wouldn't believe. He's so like sick of listening to dad talk at the house, like he can't fucking stand it. They got in an argument night one of them coming back from the river lot.
Night one.
Night one, like
Oh my gosh.
he was already like so ready to get the fuck out of there.
I can't imagine moving back in with my parents.
Well, it was only supposed to be a temporary thing.
Well, sure. Like, yeah, no, like it makes sense like moving in with your parents if you need to. Absolutely. My parents are fucking nuts, and there's zero chance I could possibly ever do that. But yeah, it is what it is.
I'd be okay if it was just my mom. Dad's a whole different can of worms.
I hear your dad might be a little bit on this conspiratorial side a bit.
You didn't hear enough then. We're past a little.
I did not hear that much. Unfortunately, I mean maybe fortunately, who knows? But
I could write a book with all the things that he has talked about.
I
Or
want to know
don't
where he gets
try
this
that.
stuff from because I want to watch some of it.
oh, you gotta go into into the dark web and find that stuff.
Well, if you ever want to get on my dad's case, just walk into the shop with a shirt that says, well, really anything political. Just tell him vaccine lives matter, or Biden's my president, and that will set him off.
No, I'm gonna wear a shirt that says Biden is your president.
Oh, Greg, you might not be welcome there anymore. He could add on to that one, and on the bottom it says "Suck it up, Buttercup."
If Trump was so good, why isn't he president?
Because conspiracy, the mail ballots were rigged.
Hey, I hear
Oh
he's
yeah.
coming back to Twitter though.
I bet he's happy.
That's step one.
I can't wait for some more mean tweets.
Yeah. Step one, Trump gets on Twitter. Step two, president in 2024. Mean tweeting away.
Turn it into a shirt. Make Twitter mean again.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys think Trump has a chance running in 2024 if he was to?
Sure.
I
Let's see what.
I'm honestly not sure.
I don't think that he gets any of the moderates that he got in 2016. The reason I say that is for the longest time his message was a message of hope and like, hey, we're gonna bring things back to the way they were before, where things were great, debatably, and like he no longer has that positive message. Now it's just like sour grapes, like they stole the election. And I think that's going to resonate with voters, and plus with the media, how much they've been pushing the January 6th thing. I don't think he has a chance for a second run, but hey, they said that for his first run, so.
The problem is that, like, if he does come back and he wins, the world is going to legit riot again and destroy shit because they're unhappy with it. So it's like, if he does come back, we're gonna go down the fucking drain again just because people will get violent. So it's like a lose-lose.
Yeah, if he runs and he does win, it can get violent. If he loses, it can get violent too, because with the election denial stuff from 2020, I'm expecting it to be a lot worse if he tries to run again and he ends up losing.
Oh yeah, just be prepared for riots, which thank God I live out in the country.
So where I stand on it is I am so thirsty for a third party win that if Trump were to go under a third party and run, I hate Republicans and Democrats so fucking much. I'm probably going to vote third party for Trump if that's the case.
You know, if Trump ran third party, I would donate to his campaign just to fuck the Republicans.
Yep.
It would split the conservative vote in half. You could have 60% of the Republicans vote. It would be split down the middle, 30-30 each, and a 40% majority Democrat would win.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's what would end up happening. There'd be enough votes stolen from the Republican Party with Trump running as a third party that a Democrat would get in. Whoever runs in 2024. Hope to God it's not Biden.
Trump would just say, like, I'll legalize marijuana, and there goes all the Democrats.
I think you get a few, but I mean, Democrats have been saying they'll legalize marijuana for a while. They never win the primaries, which that's a whole mess of worms that I'm not sure I trust the Democrat primaries. We talk a lot about the election, but man, the primaries, there was a lot of bullshit that happened that got Biden to where he, won that. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Oh, what the hell happened with the freaking gas prices? I thought we were supposed to be going down, and now we're back up to 409. What
Never
happened?
look back.
Well, there's a couple things happening with that. I think part of it is the cheaper we make gas, the more these gas companies that own the oil in America sell to other countries because gas is more expensive there. So, hey, if gas is $5 in Mexico and it costs us 50 cents per gallon, if gas isn't $4.50 here, then those companies are just going to ship that gas down to Mexico until it becomes $4.50 here. And then when it's $4.50, they're like, we can turn a profit here. But
So,
I'm not
we
a
were
huge.
369.
What's that?
We were at like 369 like maybe a month ago. Now we're back up to 409.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shit's just ridiculous.
I've seen all the oil prices too. Yeah, like someone on my friends list on Facebook had to pay $1,500 to fill up their oil tank.
Yeah, we spent maybe 550 on 100 gallons of oil, which the rest of the country has no idea what we're talking about because Pennsylvania
Right.
heats their house with heating oil and like nowhere else. Maybe some like West Virginia, but yeah, we're on heating oil too. It's
I'm not,
bizarre. I'd never heard of it before I came out to Pennsylvania.
I got natural gas, baby.
Natural gas, that's the way to go.
I got very lucky with that. When I found out that this place had natural gas, I'm like, just show me where to sign the papers.
Yep,
Yep.
sign it. Yep. So yeah, that I mean, gas prices. It's been weird. I'm not typically an advocate for like the government run certain aspects of society. I think the market corrects itself most of the time,
Mm.
but I think the government either needs to pick up the manufacturing and production of oil in this country and not subcontract it to these fucking greedy oil companies and just handle it here so that we can have a locked price. That's my opinion on that issue, but you know, it is what it is. I don't think it's going to get any better.
I mean, I'm not asking for it to go back down to $1.79 like it used to be, but I'd be okay if it was like at least three fucking dollars.
Yeah, 250 would be sweet, but like three would be fine. 350 is a little meh, but you know.
That was a good time though, if you guys remember,
Oh
$1.79
yeah.
gas.
I remember just getting in the car and cruising for a while. Oh man.
My Subaru only costed me $15 to fill it up. Now I got a Hemi that cost me 80. But it's
Uh,
like,
It's got a Hemi.
yeah, it
oh,
does
these
have.
gas prices are killing me. Here, let me get this Hemi over here, and all right, we'll jack it up. All right, cool. Let's
Oh
screw
no,
the catalytic converter, cut that off, and get a straight pipe.
hell, no, I definitely
And
had
go
to
to the
get.
cheap parking lot.
I definitely needed something bigger for where I live. That Subaru was not good for the snow. I'm like, I need something bigger. And plus, um, kids are looking real close to being in my future, so I need
Yeah,
something
Yeah.
a little bit safer.
need something
Yeah.
safe, reliable, and nice and big to keep everyone safe inside. So
Hearing that makes me want to wash my hands.
Wrap it before you tap it, Greg.
Always.
uh hey, pulling the goalie's fun though.
No. I'll take your word for it.
Thank you.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Fair
seeing
enough.
and feeling is believing, Greg.
Take your word for it.
I thought you liked to live dangerously.
Not like that. No.
Even
Like
Greg has limitations.
Wait, Greg,
like
you're able to make you're Greg, you're seriously able to make decisions that don't fuck your life?
well, it depends. I like short-term fuckings. Those long-term fuckings are just they're for the birds.
That's fair. Yeah.
God damn. Now, one day you'll have a kid, Greggy. I can see it.
Yeah, maybe someday, but today's not the day.
Today's not the day. So,
Lord of-
is anybody looking forward to any releases, anything like that?
Well, there's one thing I'm not looking forward to.
Uh-oh.
We got The Witcher coming out in December, but
Hey!
that might not be happening though because we got some bad news, everybody. For anyone who likes Henry Cavill, he's gone. And now
Yep.
we got Liam Hemsworth being the new Witcher.
We got Dollar General Henry.
Yeah. It's like so now like let's ask you two, like what do you think is gonna happen? Are we gonna just say, oh screw it, like he's still our Witcher, or are we gonna go over here and say it's a new story?
Ooh, I haven't really followed The Witcher too much, but I maybe they just try and seamlessly lead it into another story, or they pass it on as a title. Yeah, that's a good question.
Because the problem is I
I
mean
think
Greg
they'll pass it on.
Greg will know because they left us on a huge cliffhanger
Hmm.
in the end of the season. So that's why I'm like, are we just gonna say fuck it and move on to a new story and say this is your new guy. This is who you have to live
Um,
with.
I didn't get a chance to read the whole article, so this may be just completely wrong, but um, with very little context thinking about it, what they'll probably do is I think Henry is still signed on for the third season though. So they might just um
Kill him.
continue, kill him halfway through. He passes the mantle to another Witcher and then pick up where it left off, basically.
I mean, I can live with that, kind of, not really. Like, I like Henry as the Witcher. He looks good, he acts good. Like, it's a good series. Like, my wife and I love it. And we were so pissed when we were watching. We had no idea it was the last episode, and the way it ended, we're like, oh shit. And we looked at each other and looked back to the TV, and then it was just rolling the credits to talk about another series. I'm like, no, no.
No, what'd you do?
Oh, we were so mad. And that was like the beginning of the year.
Hmm.
I was pissed, but we'll see what happens. I don't think I'm going to be too excited for Liam being the guy, but maybe he'll prove me wrong. Maybe I'll kind of like it. As long as I don't want to see him replace Henry's Witcher. I don't want to see him be Henry's Witcher. Like, be a new Witcher.
Does he kind of look the same as Henry? Does he look similar?
I mean similar as in like tall, muscular, and handsome, yes.
Okay. When they get people with like similar facial features, usually they're planning on just replacing that character. Or if they get a black character, usually they're just planning on like making that character into the character. So like, they did it with True Blood, where they had a black actress that didn't want to reprise her role, so they just found another black person and replaced her seamlessly. They did the same with Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2 with Brody.
Mm-hmm. Well, also Bruce Banner's
Yeah.
Hulk.
And they did the same thing with Captain America, too.
Yep.
So we'll see. I would prefer that they kill Henry and then move on to another Witcher, like a new story. I'd be okay with that. But I don't know. It might not be as interesting to me, but I'll give it a shot still.
So here's an article I just saw, and I want your take on this, Tyler.
Oh,
So we're talking about Logan Paul, and he addresses a possible Andrew Tate fight.
well, let's go Tate.
So sure, you do you, but I feel like Logan's not like Logan already found his calling, like, and that's WWE.
Yeah.
I feel like Jake needs to take that fight, not Logan.
Now, Jake
Like,
needs to take that 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Fight it like a boxer who's been in there for a couple of matches.
Don't get me wrong. I'd love to see Andrew Tate just get fucking smacked in a ring. Oh, I'd love it.
Yeah,
Have,
that's win-win that fight is, for sure.
Yeah.
Have Tate go up against your doctor.
Oh,
Oh,
Dr. Mike. Oh, Mike
I
would get rocked.
Yeah, I
It would
love
be
Mike.
entertaining for me.
I love Dr. Mike.
I love Dr. Mike too,
But
You won't recognize him after that fight.
no.
man, Dr. Mike's opponent was disrespectful in that speech too.
Yeah.
Like,
hella disrespectful.
and Dr. Mike, what a good fucking guy. What a stand-up fucking guy. He walks over and he gives the guy a big old hug after his speech, where he just said like, "Yeah, no, I beat Dr. Mike. It was actually really easy. Turns out the guy's kind of a pushover." Like,
Dr. Mike like gave him a hug and like whispered in his ear. It's like, I fucked your wife, by the way. Give him
The next time you need oxys, don't look my way.
bitch, I got your wife's C-section next week.
Didn't that guy have ears that look like a small intestine?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he was distracted.
Yeah, right.
It would be.
It's like the. Yeah, I'm leaving that one alone.
Oh God.
Up while your head there, buddy.
But no, Dr. Mike, I love him. I hope he continues. I hope he doesn't get discouraged And I hope he continues to fight at the professional level, not that creator class shit.
Yeah. I mean, if he shows up there every once in a while, that's fine, I think, right? Or he
No,
just
I feel like his skill is beyond that. I feel like the creator clash is great for amateur and whatnot, but he definitely needed to fight on a higher level than what creator clash was giving him.
Did he do that good in there?
Well,
I thought so.
he fought against iDubbbz, which the problem there is iDubbbz was the only person who's basically able to fight against him. Dr. Mike had him by maybe a good like 4 or 5 inches in height,
Hmm.
along with maybe a good 30, 40 pounds at least. And Dr. Mike, he started as just like all muscle. And iDubbbz was a little flabby, when they started trainings. And I think Dr. Mike, like he never had like traditional fighting experience, but what he did have was like he did like exercise boxing, I guess, something like that.
Okay.
Where he was never like official with it, but like he knows some of the stances, some of the moves, and that type of thing. So he had some practice beforehand. Um, with he currently runs a practice, so I don't think he has time to go pro. But I do agree he is above the level of a lot of people that are going to be at like a creator clash event. I think you just need to find the right opponent for him that's gonna be match, and I think that is a more casual venue, like a creator clash type thing. But I don't think he can stand up with anybody who's really fighting at the professional level.
Mm.
I don't think he has the time to it at the very least.
Well,
Huh.
I don't know. Like he runs social media, he runs his practice, and he still found time to exercise twice a day.
And this motherfucker has a dog too, and dogs are needy as shit.
God, this man sounds like
Yeah.
my life I live. God damn.
Yeah, right. I guess
Mm.
he drives into New York for his practice, so he has an hour commute there and an hour commute back, and he works like 10 hours a day.
I couldn't do the hour commute. Half hour is already too much as it is.
Yeah, that's too much. I did the hour commute once in my life and never again.
Mm-mm.
Too much time on the road not making money. But
And after all that he's done, Chris was still disrespectful as shit to him.
Some people like to talk that shit.
that's true.
Well, you know what? As much as I hate Jake Paul, I was gonna root for Diaz. But now, since I know Chris is part of his little fucking dick sucking gang, I hope Jake Paul just wrecks the fucking shit out of Diaz.
You sound like me when we were at my bachelor weekend for those fights.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hate fucking Cameron so fucking much. And I was like, well, just because you spar with him, I was like, I hope you fucking lose too.
Hmm.
Especially because Cameron was his cornerman. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking root for this guy because that's like, you're so dumb to have him as your cornerman. He doesn't know shit. But yeah, is it weird for me to say that I don't get too interested in boxing matches as I do for MMA fights?
I mean, I
As
get it.
as
I
a
feel
fighter,
like,
like I don't I don't get too interested. Like I actually did doze off in the co-main event last night.
I mean, I like both. If I had to pick between boxing and MMA to watch, it would definitely be MMA. But I don't. Beggars can't be choosers. I just like fighting, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
watching fighting.
I love fights and stuff like that, but there's just something about boxing that kind of like kills my interest a little bit. Where like when UFC comes on, I'm
I mean,
like hovered forward.
well,
I'm like, okay,
boxing, there's more. Well, outside looking in, I feel like boxing, there's more rules than MMA. Like MMA, almost anything goes. You're in the ring. Like that's all you got to worry about. Boxing, like if you clinch, you got to be separated. You can't throw kicks. You can't throw elbows. You can't headbutt. You know.
there's not a whole lot there. Like like somebody's getting punched, somebody's probably gonna get knocked down, but like in MMA, anything can fucking happen, dude.
Yep.
Now
And
in events like that, because I don't watch too many televised fight events, Are the fighters usually so arrogant and dickish? Like the main
Yeah.
event for this one, like something really small and petty happened, and the one fighter just refused to go on stage for a while, I guess. And so the last fight was delayed because the guy fighting Jake Paul uh, didn't like just wasn't ready, and he did that after in response to something that Jake Paul had done. It just
A lot
seems
of
really
things,
petty.
a lot of things can happen. So like, I'll throw one of my fights in for an example. My third fight, like cutting weight is a big thing. This is what really changes you. Like, um, I don't know if Greg remembers some of the times or stuff like that, but I can get really fucking mean or pissed
Hmm.
off. And because like some of us are losing anywhere between 15 to 30 pounds for a fight. And we got to do that in like in the course of a month and a half. So we're not very happy. We're not very pleasant to be around. So we're very edgy. And like people are trying to like one of the guys was telling me to say hi to my opponent. And I told him to fuck off. He's like, "Oh, don't be like that." And I'm like, "Dude, it's like I'm getting ready to fucking kick this guy's ass in 5 hours." It's like, "Leave me the fuck alone." I was like, "I'll be friends with him later," but like you get really edgy because you're waiting to fucking eat, you're starving, and like at the end, like by nighttime, like this dude in front of you is gonna want to try and rip your head off too. So there's no time to be fucking nice.
I think one of my favorite parts of combat sports is the fact that you put everything in the arena, and once it's over with, people they show respect and they like shake each other's hands, they hug each other. That's just fucking cool.
Yep. I've had that in a lot of my fights. I think it was my fourth fight. Like the dude was absolutely surprised and like how I fought up against him. And it's a shame I was only 19. He's like, dude, so like, let me buy you a beer. I'm like, bro. I was like, I'm 19. Dude was 27 when I fought him.
Oh, geez.
Oof.
Yeah. But he wanted to buy me a beer. It's like, ah, man. It's like, I wish I could fucking drink with you, man. I was like, I'm only 19 still.
Well, if he bought you a drink, you wouldn't get carded.
This is true,
It's a good
but
point.
the security guards might say something.
Beta.
Beta. Jesus,
Um,
you've been on that guy too much, Greg.
Jesse Peterson. I love him.
Yeah, I just drank when we got back to the hotel room. I was like, I need a drink.
So you need to definitely watch Jesse Peterson as entertainment value, not as, hey, I'm gonna get my political information from him.
Not life advice from Jesse Peterson is what you're saying?
No, no, not at all. But my God, he is hilarious. I don't care who you are.
I don't care who you are. That's funny right there.
Absolutely. Amazing.
I mean, at the very least, the guy is honest with himself and what he says at all points in time. Like, he doesn't bullshit or say anything he doesn't mean. Very
Yeah.
to the point, I guess.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that's about it. Anything else for you guys?
Nope.
November 3rd, we have a game coming out called The Chant. It's one of the few releases in the next couple days that I've been looking into. It's for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC. Also
Cool.
Xbox S as well, Series S. It is a single player, third person horror action adventure game set on a remote spiritual island retreat. And you play as this girl who apparently she's just had too much with life and she needs to take some time for herself and, go on a spiritual retreat. Well, while she's there, they unleash eldritch and spiritual horrors on the island, and you must survive, craft, fight, and escape psychedelic horrors set loose from that ritual.
Ooh.
Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. The gameplay looked pretty solid. It reminds me a lot of like a Resident Evil game or maybe more Silent Hill. You don't really, it doesn't look like you fight back too much. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that release.
Is so hearing you say that, the first game that popped in my mind is Devour. Do you think it's anything like that?
No, it's more of a long form game. Devour is sweet though. I like Devour a lot. Laura was actually mentioning Devour, where I think Devour is actually scarier than Dead by Daylight, but
Yes.
she she's like, I prefer Devour. I like to be able to be the monster. And I think it comes down to when you play Devour, it's a lot like playing Mafia, where one person is the bad guy, right? And the survivors have power to kill them. So if you're playing with a group of people you know, everybody has to kind of be deceptive to each other if
Wait,
they're the monster. Oh,
Devour.
I'm thinking of a different game. I'm thinking of
Yeah.
oh, what was that game we played, Greg?
Uh, uh, Deceit.
Yeah, Deceit. That's it. Too many D names with Survive with Friends games. Um, but
But no, Devour is more scary than Dead by Daylight for sure.
for sure, yeah, Devour definitely is too. But yeah, that's basically what I had to say about that. The chant, check it out, see if you like it. Looks pretty sweet.
As
I
always,
like it.
everyone who listens, be awesome, be happy, and kick ass in life.
That's right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.